Hello, welcome to Successful Trading. We are literally 48 hours from DoorDash and ABNB IPOs. You're still undecided. Should you invest in DoorDash or ABNB IPO? Don't sweat it. We got you covered. By the end of this video, you will uncover is it worth investing in IPOs in general, and more particularly these two, DoorDash and R&B, very hype one. Let's just go ahead and dive in. All right. Oh, folks, where should we start? So first, an IPO, obviously, if you're here, you know what it means. But just for those new to investing, initial public offering. So the question is, should you invest in IPOs? So we want to answer that question first. As you know, on here with knowledge, we want to be able to give you the information based on data. So what's better than our favorite tool, Finviz? Yeah. So we went into Finviz and we said it's relatively easy. I mean, we did a screener and we actually saved them two screeners on here. One on the last year IPOs, the last quarter IPOs. You can even actually, just for the sake of it, you can say what is last week IPOs if you would like, and it will get that to you. Yeah. Yesterday's, today, doesn't matter. So you got it covered. But for today, for this study, to try to answer this question, we needed a large sample of study, right? So we decided, okay, let us start with last year. Actually, we are thinking already of a second video because I'm sure that this result may stir some controversy of the like. So is it what? So we take over the last year, the number came out to be exactly 503. So the number you're seeing here, because we went to the second screen, let's go to the first screen. So this is the first screen on here, and what we said, okay, we want to study this data and present it into a format that's useful. Obviously on here, out of the 503, we can rank them performance year to date and discover, oh dear, that's scary, isn't it? We have 100 here already. They're all red, meaning you didn't make money if you decided to invest in those IPOs. So, but let's actually go ahead and process the data further to give you all of the insight and then answer the question, is it worth investing in DoorDash and or R&B IPO, which are coming this week, though at the time that I'm recording this, we are within 48 hours of that. So over the past year, there have been 503 IPOs. So we took every single one of them and we are looking at the performance year to date. And that's what we are representing on here. So the yellow, the orange, that is counting the number of companies that have, and then the performance. So on the horizontal axis, for us, we decided that we want to take the performance. So here is minus 78%. all the way to plus 346%. That's how they have performed. And then we are counting how many in each one of these range. So each one of these range is 5% if you want. So this one means minus 78% to minus 73%, minus 73% to minus 68%. That's what that means there. And then we represented that on here. So we're counting the number of tickets and then we put the average price. Yeah. So this is telling us, for instance, that there are two stocks that have returned over the last year that have had the IPO that have returned between minus 78% and minus 73%, and the average price is $2. That makes sense. So let's start with the easy part. The easy part is the green, the orange, the blue one, right? Meaning it gives us the average price as a function of the return, the yearly return. So we see that, hey, obviously the one with the bigger return, 346%. I mean, the average price, it gets you there. So this is the price here in dollars. So $40 US on there. But we have a peak here at 120. We can't even tell you which that's one is, right? So an average price of 120. That's too shabby. So we will see which one that is earlier. So the blue makes sense a little bit, but I mean, we see someone here that, hey, to return 51%, you don't necessarily need to be either here a small price stock or whatever. So there, but for us, the really thing, the meat of this research is, oh, okay, so how many of those, let's say, are event finish positive? How many out of the 503? Yeah, ready for that? So for us, this is the zero line here. The zero line is somewhere here. So let's highlight that zero line. I mean, you can treat it as you want, right? So let's put it in yellow maybe. maybe in orange, if this thing will let us do that. For whatever reason, Excel is just not cooperating. Okay, here we go. So that's the zero line there, yeah? And then we can sum all of the one here. That will be the total of, oops, what happened there? So that would be the total of everything that didn't pan out well, because the return, it's not positive. How many do we have? 151. I'm reading my sum on here. So 151, meaning all of these, the zero line going to be somewhere here. So for us, yeah. So all of these on this side did not return more than 1% per se. And then you have the midsection, if you will. So between 1% all the way to maybe, oh geez, let's say this one here is 21%. How many do we have? All the way to 21%, 208. So 208 in the middle, and then originally we counted how many here that were not good at all. So let's say, no, we counted all the way to 62. 62 included. Actually, let's color them. So let's give them 3 colors. We're going to say the bad. So these are they here. So we count all of these. So that's 151. Bad 151. 151 out of. So in my calculator, you know that we like to do that here. So 151 out of 503. Yeah, that's 30%. 30% of the IPOs over the last year yielded a negative return, if you will. Then a return from 1%, which is really like, from 1% to let's say 20%, we got 200. Between 1% and 20%. That's up to you now to decide. Okay, so we got 208. So 208 divided by 503. 208 divided by 503. That's, okay, 208 divided by 503. That's 41%. So 30%, no bueno. This one here, we can see greenish. Oops, undo. That's what's happening. So greenish. And then the winners, the rest, from ranging from 20 above 20% return. 20% return is not bad. I saw somebody for 1K this morning that's at 25%. Was for this year to date. Not bad at all. So then these guys here, 144 out of 503. That's the difference. So about 29%. So for us on here in this study, is showing that 30% of the IPO this year didn't do well at all. Yeah, about 41% did average, and 29% did above 20%. That's what this orange is representing. So in orange, we're counting the number of tickers. So I just give you the percentage, the breakdown percentage of this yellow. But definitely you can see that the majority, the bulk of our distribution happens to be in here in the middle, right? 201, that's 45% between 1 and 20%. So what say you? Is that good enough for you as a return for yearly? Because that's if you are lucky to pick those IPOs in here, or you were lucky, that's what they will be doing here this year. As the gain get higher, obviously you have 1Zs and 2Zs, and the average price, folks, that's doing well here. Average price here, because that's what this column is. Average price of $36, not too bad. The best stock here, because there's one, its price is $47. Actually, the top 3 here, look at the price is below $50. So that leads us to DoorDash and ABNB IPOs on here. So DoorDash will be publishing the price when tomorrow, Tuesday, December the 8th, and then they will be trading for the first day. DoorDash will be trading on the first day, December the 9th. Yes. And how many shares do they have? They have 33 million shares that are range between $90 and $95, folks. All right. So if we take just statistically here in this study, yeah, we're still looking at this study here of the 503 IPOs that took place so far this year. My friend, do you see anything on here greater than $90? We have one. And that returned to 100%. So that's the conversation that we want to have. We have one. Yeah. Price at $129, gaining 240%, let's say. But nothing on here with $90. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I mean, we don't see a lot of $90 high price stock here. So definitely this IPO for DoorDash is starting with a high price ticket item. I mean, it's a company that's well known. Some of these may not be the case, but that gives you some perspective. ABNB IPO the next day on Thursday, December the 10th, and that one's going for, again, valuation of 3.1. They want to raise $3.1 billion. It's the same amount of dollar, believe it or not, but in their case, their price is between $56 and $60. They just raised it a little bit, so they will need to sell about. They're looking to share 52 million shares to get to that, so to raise that much cash in their initial public offering. So same thing on here, between 56, let's say $60. Are you willing to take? How many companies do we see here? 1, 2, 3, really, 3, 8, 4. We see a little bit more company, 4, 5-ish in that price range. So, my friend, in light of this type of data, so meaning that both DoorDash IPO and ABNB IPO, they are really, they come with a lot of hype, yeah, and they come with a price tag that's there. Are they willing to live up to that, given the study that we just shared with you over the last year? Again, this is just, it's not a fair comparison because obviously a lot goes into this detail on here. But are you willing to spend almost $100 for DoorDash? I know the context of the economy that we are going for, the initial IPO, the initial public offering here. Are you willing to do that? ABNB, about a little bit less expensive, $56 to $60. Let's see where they open. But typically, as a rule of thumb, this is what you can take away from what's happened in initial public offering. The stock usually, they may hype on the first day, yeah, or even the first week, but they tend actually to settle. So meaning that maybe for day traders, yeah, if the hype comes in, you definitely can go for that. I mean, the prestige of owning the stock initially, but I think that these two, you could get them for much cheaper down the road, let's say next year somehow, or maybe even by the end of the year. So meaning, for me, it will be a wait and see type of strategy on here. So, and just based on everything that we have seen in the IPO world. So, well, we will definitely be here bringing you updates on those. We have this data on here. We will be conducting other studies similar to this one to be able to help you answer the questions. Hey, is it worth investing in IPO? Thank you for your time, and we catch you on the next episode. Bye-bye.